What is going on, guys? Z85 Jew. We are in the 370Z right now. It is a complete mess in here. I have stuff everywhere. There's wires everywhere. I'm doing a whole bunch of wiring. As you guys can see from the beginning of the clips, I went ahead and wired in my digital display dash, and then at the bottom is just my radio. But yeah, this thing is really sick. If you guys don't know what this is a power tune dash. So I can basically, let me see if I can show you what this thing looks like here. Slide it over, and yeah, we have a dash, and this is fully customizable, so I could run it like this. I can change the colors of anything, the letters, the words. I can actually make any screen I want, so if I just want it to just display stuff, I can do that. So I haven't really got into any of that right now. What I'm actually getting ready to do really quick is just kind of set up this dash. So when you set it up, you actually need to select what ECU you have. So let's see if there is a setting. There should be a setting in here for ECU master. Yep, so we have ECU masters right here. CAN is going to be basically pretty much what the ECU runs. So I believe they were saying stock ECUs are around 500 kilobits, but they said for standalone ECUs they're typically 1 millibit or whatever, I guess that's called. I might be saying that totally wrong, but basically we're going to leave that at 1. And then that's just basically for the speed of where everything is coming from. So after that, we're gonna go ahead and hit apply. So our settings change, or save rather. So now this thing is gonna go ahead and reboot, and we'll wait for it to come up. Then we'll go ahead and connect my Wi-Fi, which I won't show you guys that, so you don't know what my Wi-Fi password is. But once it comes up, yeah, we can fully customize everything. So as far as colors, I can put a background on here. I can actually change that the way it comes up. As far as a power tune, I can have it, you know, whatever I want. So it's really cool. Hope you guys are excited for this video, man. So now we're back to the main screen. I want to show you what this thing can do. If I slide over, you have your kind of like settings menu where you can set any parameters, PSI, anything and everything. You have dash select. They give you a bunch of options. So say let's go to 2. I can add another dash if I wanted to. So say let's do, I don't know, let's do user dash 2, whatever that is. So once I click that, now you have like another set of gauges, and again you can customize anything and everything in here. Let's add another one. We'll go to 3. The most you can have is only 4, by the way. So I click that, and let's do power FC sensor, whatever that is. I guess this is just like sensors and stuff. You can change that to, you could do lap timer. So I guess that would be like some type of lap timer. That's actually crazy. You can do, let's see, I don't know what dash 3 is. It's probably nothing. But if you double tap the screen, you can actually import your own dash. So let's say GTR. So when I click load, this is just like GTR like, which is actually really cool. I actually probably would keep it on something like this, because for this car, my tachometer, speedometer, everything is actually going to work like factory. I just really need this just to be able to see, you know, any gauges in the car. So yeah, coolant temp, intake temp, boost, oil pressure, all that kind of stuff. So actually this screen would be pretty cool to have in here. I do like the first screen that I had set up like this, but essentially I don't really need a tach here, you know. The passengers don't really need to be seeing something like this, so I think the most efficient thing for me would probably be something like that. But it's really cool. You can also set warning lights. So when I go here, get this thing out of here, you can set parameters for like when, you know, for rev, if the water temp hits a certain, you know, number or something like that. If boost goes up too high, you could actually do it by gear, you know, anything and everything. It's kind of crazy. Knock. So this thing has a lot of capabilities, and I'm barely touching the surface when it comes to any of this stuff, but I actually really like that screen. I'm actually glad I found something like that. So I'm gonna keep playing around with it, and I'm gonna see what I like and what works for me, and then I'll kind of update you guys as I go. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you like the location? Obviously I don't have the panel on right now. The panel is actually over here because I still need to go ahead and modify it to get it to fit here. But other than that, I mean, what do you guys think about that? This is the location I'm thinking of putting that. So this is essentially how it would look, just a little bit more put together. But yeah, let me know, leave your comments down below, let me know what you think. I think I finally got it where I want it to. I just need to edit the main screen. I haven't done that yet, but other than that, I think This is what I like. So I have at the top left, I have AFR, I have boost, and then on the right, I have coolant. On the bottom, I have battery voltage. That might go. I don't know how important that might be to me. But yeah, I have that from now. And then middle, I have oil temp. And then on the right, I have oil pressure. So I think those are mainly the essentials that I think I would really need as far as this setup goes. Like I said, the only other one that I could see myself changing is going to be battery voltage, but I think it is still cool to see, especially if the car can display that. Now it can. So leave me suggestions below what you think I should put there, but I'm pretty satisfied with that. And honestly, dude, this piece was... At first, I was a little overwhelmed, like, dang, you know, this is a whole, pretty much another computer in the car, this and that. But honestly, I'm really happy that I bought it. Just not even how sick it is, but just because I can set up so many different type of parameters. You can kind of see, I already started setting some of my parameters as far as like boost goes. I think I have it in the red as far as 27 PSI or so, something like that. To where like if it goes past that, you know, it'll light up on the dash saying, hey, you know, this thing is going too fast kind of thing. And then as well as like coolant, you know, I think I have it set to like 117. I'm not sure exactly, you know, where I would need that, but right now that's kind of where I have it. And then same thing kind of for AFR. But yeah, this thing is sick, bro. It's so sick, and you can set shift lights and just do so much with it. I just really think this is going to be a great piece in addition to the ECU Masters ECU, which is down there in that pile of wiring. But yeah, man, I'm so stoked to be running that. Very grateful and very blessed to be able to buy something of that kind. So definitely a W product in my opinion. One other thing I do want to mention to you guys know I was previously running the stock fuel basket here. So this fuel basket is actually, you know, stock straight out of the 370. I did have I believe it was an Aeromotive 340 pump in here. So Aeromotive 340 pump, but that is going to be a bit too small for our power goals. So right here, what I have is what they call a Hellcat fuel pump. It's a 525 liter per hour fuel pump. So in order to run this fuel pump, you actually need to modify this stock basket. Over here, on the other hand, I do have a modified stock basket. You can kind of see it's all cut up, but essentially this would fit the 525 liter per hour fuel pump. But it turns out I'm actually not going to be running this setup. I actually bought a top hat and everything like that from CJM, which was basically going to replace this crappy top hat with a nice billet top hat. You know, could have some nice connectors, all that. But CJM actually makes a twin pump hanger. And what that is basically the pump is all metal kind of billet, as you saw how the top hat is. But basically I would be able to run two fuel pumps at the bottom here. And at the top, it would be the same top hat, I believe, as this one right here. So it's just basically an entire new setup. And the reason why I went with that is just because I didn't really feel comfortable modifying it. I was actually gonna have a friend that I know modify it. But just with everything, I feel like it's just easier just to go ahead and spend a little bit extra money just to have something that is kind of more of a drop-in setup. So I think with the twin pump hanger, it's going to be such a more just user-friendly for me. Only thing I would really need to do is just go ahead and put the fuel pump in there and basically wire the new connector, because when you buy either this or the twin pump hanger, you actually need to wire in, where is it? There's a connector in here basically that basically replaces the factory one, so it would no longer be this style. It would actually convert it to a newer one. So that's the setup I went with. I just think it'll be a lot easier in the long run. But other than that, I think, yeah, we're just waiting on the fab work to get done. I don't really want to start making my fuel lines until I do have my exhaust done. Everything else, intercooler piping, that all can wait. But as soon as I have the exhaust connected, then I can start making the fuel lines. Just because, if you guys don't know, with this being a Toyota engine and a Nissan chassis, the fuel lines on this engine are actually on the driver's side, but the fuel lines for this stock car were on the passenger. So since we have our exhaust over here, fuel lines over here, you know, they're gonna have to cross over, and I don't want to do anything and route stuff and then maybe it get in the way of the downpipe or anything like that. So I want to make sure the downpipe is sorted out, then I can go ahead and start my routing for that. I do have all the fuel lines though right here, so that is good, have that handy. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about the build so far? I know it might seem like I'm taking a long time, but keep in mind, it's only been 6 months. And if you think about it, dude, I did a lot of stuff to this engine. I fully rebuilt this engine, you know, as far as all the gaskets, seals, oil pump, water pump. I did everything as well as buy all of this stuff that you see as accessories: intake manifold, turbo manifold, everything and anything. We did literally everything you can do to a 2JZ besides open it up and build it. And that was really my goal. I didn't really want to make crazy horsepower, but we did a lot of stuff in 6 months, and I think that's pretty reasonable if you ask me. But I mean, trust me, I'm just as eager to see this thing drive as you are. But if you can, again, drop me a like on this video. I really appreciate you guys. So basically, guys, what I'm doing right now, I went ahead and took apart my center console, as you guys can see. So this is the part that is in the middle of the 370. And you guys know I am trying to take this cover off here, so that way I am able to put my digital display digital display in the middle here. So the next mission, I went ahead and took everything off. So I need to figure out how to actually get this mechanism off, because unfortunately this will be the last time that we're ever going to be looking at this, or when I will ever be able to use this. But it'll be for good reasons, because we'll have a nice display mounted in here, super nice. But yeah, let me figure out how to get this thing off. I think it's going to have to do with the clips up here, but once I do that, then I'll show you where I'm at. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but basically right here, I'll try to zoom in for you. There's going to be a little clip. Okay, my camera's not deciding to focus, but you can kind of see there's a little clip right here. You're going to want to basically take that clip off. And when you take the clip off, then there's a pin on the other side that'll actually just slide out. So what I'm gonna do, take that one off, slide these out, and then this mechanism would actually just come right off. So I'm gonna show you that right now. Okay, so that was very dangerous. But basically, yeah, again, like I said, you'll pull those clips out, and then the pin won't actually pull out fully. You need to get something to hold on to it, pull it out. But just be careful, because these little retaining clips that were in here are just gonna fling somewhere. So luckily it didn't hit me in the eye or anywhere like that, but I have everything out. So unfortunately, we'll no longer be using this, but served me very well. Maybe I'll keep it somewhere, because this is super nice, but won't be using that. So we needed this, so I'm actually glad that came out. We have all the pieces out, and now what we can go ahead and do is figure out how much and where we need to trim in order to get this thing in. So I can already see that the back is going to need to be trimmed a little, the side is going to be needed to be trimmed a little. So I'm going to basically place it kind of where I would want it to go, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a mark on both sides, the top, bottom, everything like that, and just basically kind of just start cutting lightly. I think eventually, because this thing actually has a bracket on the back, so you can't really see it, but basically where the four bolts are, there's a bracket here, and it has tabs. So when I get it seated in there, I'm actually going to mount it to the bottom of this, but eventually I'm probably going to make some type of plate that covers up this top portion, because once this is in, you're probably going to see a little bit of the top portion, so it won't look the best. But yeah, eventually I'll go ahead and get something 3D printed or something like that, so that way it looks fairly nice. But I'll be pretty satisfied as what I could do right now. So let's get started. Much modifications later, you guys can see the garage is a complete mess. I have everything everywhere, but we come in here with my no seats having that. Basically, you can kind of see how it'll look. So I actually put the center console back on. Put this on for the radio, so everything is kind of on. The only thing I have off is just the shifter part, as well as like the two side panels, just because we are still modifying my shifter as of right now. But you guys get the idea of like how well it looks. Let me turn these lights off, it might look a little bit better for you. But yeah, looks super sick. Have my regular gauge cluster, and then now I can see what I need to see. So what do you guys think about this setup? I think it looks amazing, especially like how well it came out. And this is complete DIY, so yeah, pretty cool. I like it. cap real quick. It's been a minute since I didn't got a haircut, so let me go ahead and talk to my barber real quick. Oh, dude. I ain't seen in a minute, but what?
Turn us down, come on. They
You
hurt.
in a good mood though?
No, my stomach hurts.
Alright, man. Hey, line me up though, you know what I'm saying? Ah! Stop! I just need something out the back, you know? It's been a minute since I've been trying to look good with my shorty, you know? I ain't seen her. Okay. Dang, you. Oh my. Oh. Oh my God. Alright.
I need the light.
Oh. Dang. Dang. Appreciate that. You hear me? What's up with you, bro? Yeah, they're different. Yo.
What should I do?
I ain't even got no money right now, so I'm gonna have to get back to you. My boy, appreciate it.